What's going on, guys? We are going to go over a quick replay from Gen.G in their open qualifier run on day one versus basically Grand Champ 1s, maybe Grand Champ 2s, and we'll see how they fared throughout this. Let's just get right into it. Let's get right into the replay. We'll go over the game review, and we'll talk through it. Let's see this new Gen.G squad. How do they look? It's a big test. It's a big test for them, obviously, going up against a very strong team. Really quick, I want to go over who this team is because it's Mach 10, Kraken, Game, and OG Titans. We got J-Ro, Verify, and Snow Razor. And really quick, just looking through their ranks, I went through. Snow Razor is a Grand Champ 2 and 3s. Grand Champ 1 and 2s. Verify's the same. The J-Ro's Champ 2 and 3s, Champ 3 in 2s, but his peak is Grand Champ 2 in 2s and Grand Champ 1 in 3s. So basically, these players are me on an incredibly good day. If I went on a streak, I could be close to them. So let's see how these guys fared. This is seed 257, by the way, versus Gen.G, seeded at number 1. And let's just get right to the replay. I'm not incredibly comfortable with the replay controls because I don't use this that often. We'll probably hang on director mode and just have a little bit of fun. But at the start, Verify actually tries to go for a crazy goal to take the lead on the 1 seed, but it doesn't happen. Now, this is the open qualifier round 3. So this is Mach 10's already won 2 games, and they've made it through to play against Gen.G to qualify for the next day. So we'll see how this all goes. Verify. Oh, no. Disaster on the back wall. And the J-Ro is just waiting there. So the first goal, kind of a little bit easy. A little bit spoilers on the bottom here, but we'll leave it up just so I can see what's going on. But not what you want to do against a 1 seed. But they'll get a little bit of a gimme goal. Who was that, by the way? That was a free goal for first killer. Padding those stats already. And look at this pass. Appjack coming out, and this is the Gen.G team plays that you want to see. We're going to dial it back here a bit. Obviously, look at that pass, but the best part, first killer with the fake, doesn't go for the shot. He was coming up for the angle, being very aggressive, but obviously didn't need it. Let the ball go out to Chronic, so maybe not stat padding too much. I think probably favorites to go through would be like first killer for MVP, I would say. Let me just dial this down a little bit on the desktop audio side. He's probably the favorite, I would say, in NA to get the MVP. Obviously, always puts up MVP numbers, but now is with an even stronger team, so you would expect him to be pretty high in the running. Appjack's up there too, of course, and all the G2 guys as well. But first killer off the backboard. Oh, 2 saves, though. Like, this team is pretty competent. Coming into this matchup, and Gen.G is probably going to make some quick work with him anyway. That's how good these guys are. But it's kind of fun just to see how these open qualifiers go. Appjack having a little bit of fun. A little bit of a pre-jump wall pinch. First killer, the pass back to Appjack. We'll call it calculated. Appjack, double flip reset. And gets a little bit of a pinch play by first killer. A little bit of a handoff, I guess you would say. Let's go back to this here real quick. We'll see just exactly how that touch went. And we'll see first killer just comes out and just gets the smallest of touches on it to put it under the goalkeeper. And it's already 3-0. Kickoff goes first killer's way. Oh, no, maybe not. Snow Razor making some plays, but Chronic immediately shuts that down. And Appjack just trying to get some double taps, throw it out into the middle. But we see, like, Gen.G obviously is going to be just pressuring the entire time on the other half of the field. And just trying to get as many opportunities as possible. Obviously, right now, the shots are 4-2. And one of those shots came off the first kickoff of the game. I assume that counted as a shot. Appjack right here. Gonna flip reset, pass Snow Razor. Turns it into an actual pass. Are you kidding me? See this again. Like, what do you do as Snow Razor's point of view? You do absolutely nothing there. You got to protect your own net. You got to protect the flip reset possibility by Appjack. But he hands it off to first killer to get that angle on the near post. That's just like, you cannot defend that. You have to be up in the air 5 minutes earlier to defend that. Here we go. Verify's got an opportunity, trying for some low 50s. But Chronic obviously following up right away. Appjack, the pre-jump off the ceiling. Appjack. How do you miss that shot? How do you never... You know what? Power rankings, never mind. G2's number 1. G2, put him in number 1. Appjack, what are you doing here? What are you doing? Now they're obviously having some fun, trying to go for some pre-jumps. Appjack getting a little too excited, blocking first killer shots. Maybe this team won't work. Maybe the team dynamic is already chalked. We're seeing it on day 1 of RLCS, guys. It's over. Put him power rank number 3. There we go. Another goal. Chronic stealing the goal. I'm not even sure what happened there. But first killer's got a hat trick. That's what you expect. A first killer's going to pad those stats and an assist. Appjack. Just a little quick double tap. Ooh, misses the shot, though. Again, Appjack looking shaky. Here we go. Chronic throwing it up again. Again, all the pressure in the world. One thing to note, in their games, I'm not going to spoil this game too much, but if you look at the bottom, you can kind of tell. In the 3 games prior to this, they won 7-1. So they got Brazil. 5-2. Excuse me. 7-2 versus this team. And now this is the final game 2. Unless there's a big comeback by Mach 10 Titan game. And here we go. We're starting off. J-Ro coming out with the shot. Was that apparently Jack again? It was. Apparently Jack. He's just throwing. He's throwing for content. He is the content king. So I get it. But J-Ro putting one home for the Brazil, as they would say. I'm sorry. I want to say their official name. Mach 10 Kraken Game and OG Titans. So I apologize. I didn't use your full title. On the other side, they're playing against, of course, Gen.G Mobile 1 Racing. So, you know, we're going to use official titles here. Another little air dribble attempt. Having a little fun. Appjack just wants to double tap versus any wall he can find. Doesn't really matter. But they got to protect it now. They want the Brazil. First killer, double tap, of course. Easy. It's first killer. You know what's coming. You know it's happening every single time. So 6-1. They're getting close to another Brazil. They had a Brazil in their first series. I wonder if they're going to try and get a Brazil in every match that they have on day 2 as well. We'll have to find out later today. The games start at 7 p.m. Eastern. I believe Widow is streaming Gen.G's point of view. So definitely go check her out. But I figured let's download a replay and see for myself how these games are going. And this one's not disappointing. Apparently Jack missing the demo, though, or missing the bump, I should say. Appjack is just like going off any wall. He does not care. He's like, I'm going to pre-jump everything and try and double tap everything. Doesn't matter which direction this ball goes. Not at all. Oh, he does score that goal, though. They had to secure it. 11 seconds on the clock. They get the Brazil. Now let's see how they play here. With the 7-1 lead, do they try for another goal? Of course first killer would. Of course he's going to try and pad stats. That's what he does. But you see how Chronic doesn't do it? Chronic knows what's up. He knows what's at stake here for the Brazil. But first killer's like, nah, I need to pad my stats now. Technically, this is all open qualifiers. These stats might count for an MVP race later on. And there you have it. Gen.G comes out on top. It was a close one. Mach 10 Kraken Gaming OG Titans put up a fight. But it was all for naught. On top of that, Gen.G, the 2 teams they played, the team they played earlier, I think it was Drake's, was the team name. They made it all the way to the lower bracket final, but they did lose. But Mach 10 Kraken Gaming also lost in their lower bracket final. So Gen.G had an easy bracket. We're just going to say that now. I think this was a fluke. Day 1 that they made it through without a loss. They had a very easy bracket. Obviously, 2 teams that didn't make it through to day 2. So we'll see how it goes in day 2. But power ranking wise, we're going to start this early. I think early go and say number 2. Appjack saving his own team shots. First killer pad and stats. I don't know if that chemistry's there. Let me know in the comments below what were your favorite moments from the first day of Open Quals. If you were around checking out the streams. That'll do it for me. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.